The women at the tomb. Dying is a part of the life cycle. Think about a plant, any plant. It begins as a seed. First is birth, the sprouting of the seed. Next is growth, the unfurling of the stems and the leaves. The plant soaks up sunshine and rain, and it grows more, and then the plant dries up and dies. But the life cycle, the story of the plant, is not over yet. The new seeds grow in what's left from the old plant. The story was not over for Jesus when he died either. Jesus had been dead for more than a day. Early on the morning of the third day, Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary, the mother of James, and other women who loved Jesus went to the tomb where he had been taken. They walked sadly and quietly, carrying sweet-smelling spices to place on his body. When they got to the tomb, they were surprised. The stone was rolled away from the opening. They looked in, but Jesus was not there. The women were confused and scared. Who had moved the body? Suddenly, two men in shiny white clothes stood up next to them. Afraid, the women turned away. The men said, "This is where the dead are kept. But Jesus is not here. He has been raised to life. Remember what he said when you were with him in Galilee? He said that one sent from God will be taken by those who don't believe in him. This one would be killed, but on the third day, this one from God will rise to life again." The women remembered that Jesus had told them these things. They ran back to the disciples, and they were all eager as they shouted, "Jesus is alive!" They shouted again, "Jesus is alive!" But the disciples didn't believe Mary of Magdala. They didn't believe Joanna. They didn't believe Mary, the mother of James. They didn't believe any of the other women. But Peter, he wasn't sure. He ran to the tomb, and when he got there, he looked inside, and this time the two men in shiny white clothes weren't there. Peter saw only the cloth that had covered Jesus' body, but there was no body there. He walked away, wondering if it could be true. Was Jesus really alive? The women were excited to share the good news about Jesus. How do you share good news with other people? When you're excited, do you laugh and sing or shout? See, the women left the empty tomb filled with joy. What can you create that shows your joy with pens or colored markers? Why is finding an empty tomb good news about Jesus? Tell someone you care about the good news. Have a great day. Happy Easter.